personal branding, list building, and email versus direct mail marketing. Let's start off with personal branding. So let's look at a case study like Richard Branson. He is among some of the most elite of the elite in the business world and a true example of what entrepreneurship in total and business ownership should strive for. Now, you may or may not like him, but that's completely insignificant. What is your brand in your business? Is it just a faceless name or title? Let's look at what really makes your brand strong enough to stand up against the challenge. Ask yourself the following questions. What are your core strengths? What are your gifts? What are your talents? And what are your attributes? These things all directly impact what your brand will look like and how it is perceived. Each of us have unique strengths, talents, and gifts that come naturally to us. It's important to push our limits and challenge ourselves to do things that may feel uncomfortable or push us into directions that we are not strong in. Let's dig deeper into this. Effective personal branding quickly demonstrates number one, who you are, number two, what you stand for, number three, who you serve, and number four, how you will serve. Let's look at some factors that contribute to figuring out efficient and effective branding. I refer to it as the 3 C's. Number one, clarity. Be super clear on who you are and who you are not. Don't try to be someone else. It's much harder to be someone else other than who you actually are. Consistency. Be consistent in your message and all of your communications with customers or potential prospects. Constancy. Always be in front of your target market. You should constantly be showing your brand to them. You are probably reading this and wondering, how do I do any of this stuff? Well, the answer is very simple. Be yourself and let that shine through in your branding message. There are many ways to craft your character and make it attractive to your audience. Let's look at some examples and elements that you can use to put this together. Number one, develop your backstory. Everyone has this, and it's what makes your brand relate the most. Number two, use parables. Number three, define your character flaws. People don't want to see perfect. It's unrealistic. Number four, polarity. What do you stand for? Next, you have to decide what your identity is. What character does your brand best fit with? Here are some examples. Number one, the leader. Number two, the adventurer or crusader. Number three, the reporter. Number four, the reluctant hero. We each fit into one of these identities in our character. This all directly correlates back to the beginning when speaking about your own skills, experience, and specialized knowledge. Putting this all together creates your unique personal brand. Each one of us has distinct experiences that have developed our unique skills and knowledge. Ask yourself, what skills have you learned, developed, and mastered? Has this, in essence, created your personal brand and who you are? I challenge you to look at all these factors that create who you are and mold them into your very own personal brand. Your brand is important and the very core of your business. At the end of the day, it's up to you to figure out how you want to brand to be perceived by your audience, customers, and or clients. So up next, let's talk about list building, and let's talk about the importance of why it is so important. Have you ever heard the phrase, the money is in the list? If you've never heard about it, then we're going to talk about it. And if you have, I'm going to share some tips with you. Yep, you're welcome. I'll give you some awesome tips here. So why is the money in your own list? Well, there are many reasons for this. And I can tell you right now, Fortune 1000 companies are screwing this up in a very big way. For starters, when you have your own list of leads, you can build an audience like a mad scientist. This is so important when it comes to selling products either online or offline, doesn't matter. Many people are involved in the business opportunity niche or business niche. This is a perfect place to really capitalize on your list building efforts. Many people out there use these programs as a platform to build their lists. The biggest mistake that I see people pigeonhole themselves to is one product or one service. Use all your products and all your services, and it doesn't matter what those are. This could be a clothing line all the way down to selling a specific courseware. It's important to monetize your email list in many directions and not with only one single opportunity. Here's an example. This is an online example. If you sign up to sell affiliate products, just as an example, there's a lot of businesses that run on the affiliate model, to include Amazon, Walmart, all of them have affiliate programs. So, just as an example, if you sign up to sell affiliate products on one of the popular platforms like ClickBank or JVZoo, there are hundreds and hundreds of options for product choices. Not to mention, it's completely free to sign up as an affiliate to these sites. You also have mid price points of 20 to 50 bucks, and those products sell for commissions. You can also use proven paid affiliate programs and licensed products to cover the huge back end sales of up to 10 KSL. But here's my point. You have to combine multiple opportunities like the ones above to monetize your list appropriately. Okay. Now, for most businesses, you're not doing affiliate offers. The point here is you've got to be able to take your products and move them across your entire list in a way that makes sense to push out to your list to sell your products. So how do you build a list? Now that you have some products to sell, you want to build your actual list. This requires three things. Number one, an autoresponder email service. There's tons of them. Two of the most of you probably have CRMs and can push this out via CRM. If you're a smaller company and you don't, you can use something like a GetResponse or Aweber. Very simple and inexpensive. All right, landing pages. Some people know them as squeeze pages, drop pages. It doesn't really matter. There's tons of places you can go. WordPress has that if you have a website. And a way to track your results. Okay, that's like hugely important, is to know your result from every marketing campaign. And there's again lots of different services that you can use to track that. Up to this point, I have given you, pretty much what you need to make this happen. Okay, so you now have products, your autoresponder, lead capture capability, and tracking services at your fingertips. Now it's time to build your list like that mad scientist, right? So now you're probably wondering how to do it. There are many ways to build your list by capturing leads. There are, just depending on your industry, you have SEO, you have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, solo ads. There's tons and tons and tons of different marketing platforms that you can use to build your list of leads and then do good follow-up. That's something, if you have additional questions, we can talk about that further, and go from there. So where most people make mistakes when it comes to list building is you can't be afraid to drop some cash to build it. Regardless of what advertising platform you use, you must be willing to invest in your business to build your list. You can do this through pay-per-click, advertising, pay-per-view advertising, Facebook advertising, banner ads, blogs, article marketing. That's an entire different discussion in itself. Let's look at a simple model of how all of this works and how you can build your list like crazy and offer your products or services. This is a very simple concept. It doesn't require fancy graphs. So you have traffic, that's people that go to a landing page, that go to your product, to your autoresponder follow-up. It's pretty simple. That's it. There's nothing complicated about it, but so many people are doing it wrong in how they market. Too many people are overcomplicating this process when it's really very simple to set up. You don't have to complicate this process. You don't need, $10,000, $20,000 converting funnels and all this good stuff. You just need a good product, a good service, whatever that is, and put it through some good marketing channels. like we discussed, and have a great follow-up sequence on a list that you've built. Okay. Up next, let's talk about email or direct mail marketing. It's a point of contention. I think direct mail marketing has came back in a very big way. Let's talk about that. I mean, no matter what, email marketing is still king. It's free, right? So it's still king. So when it comes to marketing products or services, it is still king. Let's look at a company like Bed Bath & Beyond. They do an awesome job of email marketing and promoting their products with a 20% coupon for a purchase and another $10 off when you combine purchases, on and on and on. They are very, very successful doing this over email, but they have also mastered direct mail in conjunction with email marketing. Let me use my wife as an example. She loves Bed Bath & Beyond and shops there all the time. Why? Because she gets coupons over email and gets them in the mail as well. Seems like at least twice a week, I swear. And in-store purchases accept expired coupons. It's crazy, right? But they do. If you have a coupon that you received in the mail and the date expires, you can still use it at any of their stores. That's pretty cool. But what does this do? It gives you a perceived value. Is it a real value? Well, that's for you to decide. But it's better than paying the full price, right? They are reaching the online user and also offline user and providing what is perceived to be a huge value. And it is, not saying that it isn't, because if you shop there, you'd be silly not to apply the discounts that they offer. I get asked all the time about email and direct mail marketing. Most people say that direct mail is dead and it's the old way of doing things. If you look at the model above I just spoke about, using Bed Bath & Beyond as an example, you will see that this simply is not true. They are doing very well with both. Email marketing may be king, but I would have to say that direct mail marketing done right comes in at a very close second as a way to market. Here is what scares people: cost. Direct mail is very expensive due to postage, paper, and printing. So if you're going to do direct mail, it's best that you do small tests with different copy to identify what works best first. Then scale up your efforts and put more money into what works. Now, the huge upside for email marketing is it's what? It's free. You would, of course, need an autoresponder service, but that's really cheap, and there are even free services that you can use. But the overhead is far less in email marketing versus direct mail marketing. If you have a list of loyal subscribers, you can reach out to them for virtually no cost every single day. Here's the problem with email marketing. People are inundated with emails every single day. So what makes you stand out? You have to stand out from the crowd and offer valuable content, just like you would with direct mail marketing. Really good email marketers know the formula to market effectively to their subscribers to turn them into cash machines. I think it's important to optimize both avenues. Do both in your marketing, and you will see a drastic change in your income from month to month. But you have to have a plan and a strategy to make it work. If you have an online based business, you will have to find a way to pull those offline customers to your website or offline. This means having an irresistible offer that your customers just have to look at. They can't resist the temptation to see it, which drives the usual offline customer online, which in today's day is more common than ever. If you can do this successfully, then you will break into a fresh market of customers that will eventually spend their money on your products and or services. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one.